Virginia man who was arrested for allegedly placing bombs near the RNC and DNC headquarters nearly 5 years ago was in U.S. District Court today.
Yeah, right now, Brian Cole Jr. faces 2 charges for allegedly transporting and placing pipe bombs in Washington, D.C. Our Nick Minock is joining us now live outside the federal courthouse with what happened in court and why it took nearly 5 years, Nick, for the FBI to make an arrest in this case.
Yeah, we saw some family members of Brian Cole Jr. in the courtroom today. Some were really shaken up about this experience. They were crying in the courtroom, sobbing. And at the end of the court proceeding, we heard one family member shout, "We love you, Brian." Now, between his 2 federal charges, Mr. Cole faces up to 40 years behind bars and up to $500,000 in fines. The FBI says Brian Cole Jr. lives with his mother and other family members in Woodbridge, Virginia, and works in the office of a bail bondsman in Northern Virginia. And an affidavit, an FBI special agent says Cole's cell phone pinged off cell phone towers near the Republican and Democratic Committee headquarters at the time the surveillance video was recorded, and describes how his car was detected by a license plate reader in the area on January 5th of 2021. The affidavit goes into detail about how Cole purchased multiple items consistent with the components that were used to manufacture the pipe bombs that were placed near the RNC and the DNC. According to prosecutors and the FBI, none of this was new evidence. Stephen Shillingford is a retired Fairfax County police officer and served as a federal special agent with the Department of Interior.
It seems like there might be some concern in the law enforcement community on just how long this took to make an arrest, nearly 5 years. Do you share that concern?
Absolutely. A prosecution, the current DOJ, they're suggesting that they had this all along.
Attorney General Pam Bondi said the arrest was made because the Trump administration made the case a priority.
The FBI, along with U.S. Attorney Pirro and all of our prosecutors, have worked tirelessly for months, sifting through evidence that had been sitting at the FBI with the Biden administration for 4 long years.
Joshua Ederheimer is a former senior law enforcement advisor at the Department of Justice. He says it's not uncommon to see movement after new leadership comes in and dedicates resources to solving a case.
I can tell you that when bosses ask questions, it does make a difference. So there does seem that there was a new emphasis on this investigation. I think the new leadership at the FBI, I think at the new leadership at the U.S. Attorney's Office in D.C. Definitely got things rolling.
Federal authorities say more charges could be on the way. His detention hearing is set for December 15th. Reporting live in Washington, Nick Minock, 7 News.